All right, here we go. We have Frank back in the kitchen, and we are making some Snook Burgers. And I know, listen, it's not a bad thing. It's no disrespect to the Snook. The idea is everybody knows how to saute, everybody knows how to broil, everybody knows how to blacken. This is just something different if you want to try it.
Yeah.
I've had them with Snook. Frank does trout, all excellent. So we went out yesterday, we're really lucky. Everybody took home an upper slot Snook. And today one of them, one of them little suckers are gonna be made into some tasty patties. So Frank, tell us what you're doing.
Yeah, well, I actually got this recipe down in Key West with barracuda of all things. This is how we would prepare barracuda, and very good. And then I expounded on that with different fish. So yeah, like Andy said, this fish can be prepared in a number of ways, but I think if you try this recipe, you'll find that you're gonna want to make it again. So basically, we have about a half of a fillet or half of a fish here, pretty much, and we're gonna just cube it up, put it in the food processor. And if you don't have a food processor, you can just mince it fine as you can get it. Of course, we have to add some flavor ingredients again, and we also have to add some binder. And depending on the fish, you may have to use a beaten, an egg. But sometimes I get the consistency I need, and this is a pretty good fish, so we may not need to use the egg.
Yeah, Snook is not soft at all, right?
No,
it's a nice
sturdy
fish.
And that's one of the reasons to use this type of fish for this application. Right? This has a little bit of an Asian flair, not a lot, and you can definitely, custom tailor these recipes. You just need to remember you do need some moisture because the fish it doesn't have a lot of moisture in it right now. So to that, before I pulse that, I chopped up about a quarter cup of onion here. I like to use green onion too. Just didn't have any today, so this is what we're using. I'll start with the onion and the fish first, and then we'll add basically the mayo and the other components to this. So let's get this guy pulsing real quick. Remember, you're making a burger here, so you gotta get it. You don't want it to be mushy, but you gotta get a basic grind on this stuff. That should be pretty good for now. So now we'll add it,
Like a pretty good size there.
We're gonna add a little bit of mayo. That's gonna give us some moisture. And like I said, all these ingredients that you're adding here all bring a little flavor to the party, but this also brings moisture to the party, which is a good thing. Okay.
Of course, Duke's, right? Southern favorite.
Duke's is it. We're also going to do some more Dijon. I like Dijon mustard, and a good healthy teaspoon of that to go in there. And then comes kind of what I say is your flavor profile. So we're going to use soy sauce. We're going to use a little bit of this ginger. Of course, you have to have a little Old Bay because it's fish. And we're going to use some garlic and lemon. And I'll put a shot of Wash Your Sister sauce and a little dash of some green pepper sauce. Or you can use Frank's or whatever hot sauce you like. You can leave it out too. But we'll start with all these. And this is strictly to your taste. Now, ginger can be pretty potent, so you don't want to go crazy with this stuff. And then a shot of soy. Probably, I'm guessing, half a teaspoon there. Then we're going to add a little bit of breadcrumb to this. I'm going to start, this is about a quarter cup. I'm just going to add maybe about half of this for now. And then we'll see. We might have to put this egg in there. A little bit of pepper. And then, of course, a dash of salt. And we're going to need some garlic.
So scientific.
Yeah, I don't use a lot of measuring devices, unfortunately, just because I've been doing this so long. I just kind of know, you know, you just got to get a feel for it. And you can always start. You can always start with a smaller amount and cook one up if you want. But after these are blended and we're going to form some patties, we'll actually let them rest in the refrigerator. You can freeze these too, raw like this, and then bring them out of the freezer, partially thaw them, and then cook them, because you want them to hold together. A little bit of W sauce, and then we're going to pulse this. And most of these are teaspoons to half teaspoons. Nothing you have to measure each individual ingredient.
Basically, you're flavoring to taste, to your taste.
To your taste. Okay, so let's pulse this again and see where we are with the consistency, and we'll decide if we got to do that egg. I'm thinking, let me just check here. Good test is to see if you can.
Let's see how you got it here.
Yeah, you can do this, which it looks like we can. So I think we're gonna.
So you can make a patty with the ball. It's going to hold itself.
Right, and then
Doesn't need any help.
Right, and then you want to do these. If you want to weigh them out, you can. You can do a 4-ounce patty, 5-ounce, whatever you want. I kind of pre-shape them to see, because they're not going to shrink a ton. Because it's not. You don't want them too thick, but see, like that's probably a little too small. So
This fish doesn't take long to cook through.
no, so we're gonna see if we can form a good patty here and without them falling apart. And I'm gonna say that's pretty damn good. And we should be able to easily get 4 burgers out of this. And you know, like I said, you can play with these flavors however you want. Just like a fish, treat it like a burger. You know, you want a little red onion. You don't need ketchup.
No ketchup and mustard.
No ketchup and mustard. You can certainly spread.
Oh, have you ever tried cocktail sauce?
No, you know, that's something.
That might be something.
It might be something to try. I do lettuce, tomato, and mayo on the bun, and then I usually do a little dollop of.
Be like a fried grouper sandwich. You can get anywhere.
Pretty close. Yeah. So that, and now we're gonna make these and let these firm up. I've put them in the freezer for 20 minutes.
Okay, we're back. The patties are out of the freezer.
Yeah, they've had about 25 minutes to a half hour to cool down and set.
Are they set? How set are they?
They are perfect.
All right.
So we're gonna, got some butter going there that's been slowly browning, and we're gonna take these bad dogs. We're gonna lay them right in this butter. And we're gonna pan fry these.
Rather than the grill, we could grill them, right?
Could grill them. Absolutely could grill these. I actually do grill them quite a bit, but today we're gonna pan fry.
And not as long as a burger.
No, not as long as a burger, but we're gonna get a nice little crust on the bottom, and we'll flip them. And then we'll cook them to about, I guess if you wanna put a probe in them, about 130 to 135 degrees.
All right, we're gonna cook them not that long, but too long for you guys to sit and watch them.
Yeah.
So we'll be right back. All right, we flipped them once. You see the golden brownness happening?
Yeah.
I can tell you what you can't see. Well, you can see, but what you can do is smell how freaking wonderful they are right now.
Yeah, we'll cook these, get a crust on this side, and we'll check them, and we'll probably put a lid on them for a few minutes just to make sure they're cooked all the way through.
Man, they smell good. All right. Okay, the burgers have been plated. Check them out. Yo.
Yeah, they are done, man. So the way I dress mine, and how you can do it however you want, is I do a little roll ciabatta or a brioche bun. You can grill the buns, whatever suits your fancy. I do a little lettuce, tomato, mayo, and then I do pickled red onion for sure, right on top. And this, something different, we're actually gonna try a little bit of this cocktail sauce. You can do tartar, you can do nothing. But I don't want a lot of this, just a little bit. Just Just a dash. And that, my friends, is a Snook Burger.
Right?
That's right. So we'll close this bad boy up. Like so. Lost a tomato, unfortunately.
You're gonna eat it? Take
I'm
a
gonna
bite,
I'm
man
taking-
style?
I'm taking a bite.
You're not
man.
gonna cut it? No.
No.
All right, here we go.
No, we're gonna eat it. Mmm. Juice.
And?
Telling you, hard to get a better burger than that.
All right, there you go. Simple, right?
Simple.
All right. Frank, thanks, man.
See you next year.
All right.